What's going on, everyone? In today's video we're going to be doing a low bald fade with shears on top. Right here I'm using my Supra ZR wireless ANDIS detachable blade clipper, and I'm starting out with a 000 guard, and I'm making my first guideline here to do the bald fade. I try to go just above the ear, not too much more above the ear. Make that guideline all the way around. Try and make it as even as possible. Towards the back, I stay underneath the occipital bone. Now I'm using my Masters, my ANDIS Masters, and I have the blade all the way open. I'm going to go about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 inch up and create my next guideline. Then what you want to do is you want to start closing the master. There's little notches on it, notch by notch. So the more you close it, you go up less and less. That's to not raise the fade. You start going towards that 000 line, and you blend it right in. Towards the back here, as you can see, he has some extra skin, so you just pull the skin tight. Make sure you get a clean blend on there in the back. Here I have my ANDIS magnetic purple guard. I'm going to start with the ANDIS all the way open, the lever all the way open, which is the equivalent to a 3.5. And I'm going to start my next guideline. I'm going to blend down here. I'm going to blend down towards that half. As you can see, when I get towards the top of the haircut, kind of flick my wrist out. You don't really want to dig too much. Here I have the number 2 ANDIS magnetic guard, and again I'm going to start with the lever all the way open, and I'm going to blend right into that number 3. Closing the notch, closing the lever little by little, notch by notch. There's literally no way to get lost with these clippers, guys. Like I said, the notches are right on the side. So as long as you follow the notches, you close it in increments, you should be fine. And there's always cross-checking. So here I have my number 1 guard, and I start again with the lever all the way open. And when I get down to the number 1 here, I start using more of the corners of my blades, just to be careful and not raise the fade. I start closing the lever little by little as I get towards the bottom. Here I have the 0 guard and this magnetic purple guard. And particularly with this guard, like I said, I use mainly the corners of my blade. I take my time here, closing it little by little. Here I have an ANDIS wireless edger, and I'm just shaping up the front here, just keeping the natural hairline. This particular client doesn't like the front of his edge lined up. He just likes to keep it natural. So I just do the sides. Here I'm doing the same thing. I've already gone over it with the number 2. So I'm starting with the number 1 all the way open. Just taking my time. Using the corner of the blade. And as I close that lever, you want to try and not go up as high as you close that lever. You can see on the top of his hair there, towards the top, there's some weight there. I'm going to show you guys how to erase that in a minute here. Using the number 0 guard, same thing, all the way open, using the corners, and closing it in increments. And as I close it, I go up less and less on the blend. Shaping up the other side here. And just following the same steps in the back here. So like I mentioned earlier, guys, as you can see, he has some wrinkles back here in the back of his head. Not everybody's head is shaped the same. So you just pull the skin tight, and that allows you to get a good clean blend on there. Always reference with the mirror, and be careful with clients like this that have wrinkles in the back or that have dents or any lumps, because sometimes it'll create an illusion like there's a line there and there isn't, and you might raise the fade. And here I'm back using the Supra ZRs, and I have the 5 blade on there, the 5-0 blade, and I'm beginning the balding process on the bottom. Here I'm using my 7-inch Philharmonicas, and I'm going to start doing my shear work on top. You want to make sure that you get the hair fully wet. Here I create my first guideline, and as I create that guideline, I pull the hair back, and you follow that guideline all the way back. And when you pull it in the front, you can see here it's shorter towards the center and it's longer. So that's you following your guideline, and you cut it to match. Brush it forward again. The same thing on this side. As you can see, it's shorter towards the center, longer towards the outside. You just cut it to match. Now in here, as you can see, towards the bottom and towards the top it's shorter, and right in the center it's longer. What you're doing here is you're matching it all up, the fade towards the bottom with what you've cut on top, and that blends it right in. Now I'm using a flat top comb, and I'm going to do shear over comb. What you want to do here is brush the hair all the way down, and you want to tilt the comb back towards you, and whatever hair it picks up, just start cutting that bulk away, and it'll blend right into it. It's one of my favorite ways to knock down bulk or blend when I'm doing a scissor haircut. I love doing shear over comb, guys. I feel like I have more control. And as you can see, it's knocking all that bulk down. You see that bulk there towards the top? Tilt the comb towards you. Start knocking that bulk away. You can see that bulk right in here. Same process, just brush the hair down, tilt the comb towards you, and whatever it picks up, start knocking it off. Quick plug, guys, remember we record every night the barber session. It's for barbers by barbers. We interview some big names in the industry, we touch on different topics in the industry, and we do product reviews. So check us out. You'll find us on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and tune45.com. What I'm doing here, guys, is I'm cross-checking. Like I said, it's really hard to get lost using the masters, but it's always a good thing to just go back and cross-check and touch up anything you need to touch up. Always use your mirror as a reference. Always. This particular client did not want his beard touched, which is why I did not line up his beard. But I was not going to let him walk out of the shop with that harsh transition from the bald of the fade to the top of the beard. So instead, I'm just blending the very top out for him. And it's just like fading a regular fade on the beard. I started out with the half and I blended it into the 0. And then I took my number 1 and I blended it. Started with the lever open and then I did it with the 0 guard. And here I'm doing a shape up. As usual, I'm using a clear shave gel so that I can see where I'm shaving and to prevent any razor burn or any bumps. Here I'm using my ANDIS shaver and I'm balding the fade out, being very careful not to raise it and create a line. The hair grows in different directions, then cut in the direction that the hair is growing. And this is the final product, guys. So if you like what you've seen, subscribe, share, and as always, I appreciate your time.